How to turn a bad situation into a great one. We had a customer come in for a service one time, and after they took the vehicle home, they called back saying there was a faint grease mark on the seat that was not there before, and they were troubled by it. So the service advisor sprung into action and immediately offered a full detail and said, bring the car back in. I'll do a full detail on your car. We'll take care of it. So the customer brings the car in. The advisor writes up the vehicle as a full detail. The customer leaves the vehicle for the day, and they detail the car. We detail the car, call the customer the next day, and now the husband comes to pick up the car, not the wife. He goes home with the vehicle, all happy that the wife is going to be happy, except for the husband didn't know the location of the grease stain that the wife complained about. He goes home, the wife looks at the car, and sure enough, the grease stain is still in the same spot. It's a faint grease stain. It's not something that you could see unless it's pointed out, but it was there. It was a grease stain. So the customer calls back livid, and she says, well, you guys detailed this car completely and you still couldn't get this grease stain out. So now I want you to replace the seats or the leather cover, if you can make it look exactly like original. I don't care what you do, but I know you're incompetent. You cannot do this right. And I want a new seat, or at least the cover, if it will look original. Well, I happened to get involved, and I said, ma'am, I apologize. It sounds like we failed you royally. You know, we will make it right. I know right now it seems like this cannot be done without replacing the seat or seat cover. I'm not even going to ask you to trust me. I will ask you to give me one chance. This is the first time I'm getting involved with this. So the lady reluctantly allowed me to go ahead and take care of the situation. I said, you know what we'll do? We'll bring you a loaner. We're going to pick up the vehicle and bring it back to the shop and take care of it. And sure enough, we delivered the loaner, picked up the vehicle. I had her show me exactly the stain that she cared about, the grease spot, the location of it. And I said, okay, now I understand what you wanted done. I apologize. My advisor meant well. However, he wrote it up for a full detail without pointing out the very specific area, and the detailer missed it because, again, it was not that easy to see unless you knew where it was. So we brought it back to the shop, went ahead and took care of the concern, and because of their trouble having to come back already and the disappointment, we went ahead and gave them $200 worth of store credit because we wanted them to come back. We wanted to delight the client. That's how you turn a bad situation into a great situation if you run a successful department. You don't count the pennies. You don't try to cut corners and make it up on a customer that was inconvenienced. That was a valid concern. We don't know if it was there before or it wasn't. It doesn't matter. We didn't see it. She noticed it after she picked it up. What are you going to do? Fight with the customer and turn a good customer into a bad customer? Hey, that's how you turn a bad situation into a great situation. Delight the customer. And this lady in the end started smiling and thanked us and said, hey, I'm really grateful for what you did. I will be back. And obviously she was back because we gave her that $200 worth of store credit. But don't go cheap on making it up when you've inconvenienced the customer. Make sure you make it up to them in a meaningful way, in an impactful way, where their socks are knocked off with your level of care, your level of service. Turn a bad situation into a great one.